Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on none other than comic books. I love comic books and all things like superheroes, and I just love stuff like that. So basically yesterday I was out roaming around, having some adventure time, and I stumbled across a comic book store at our local mall. So I was like, let me just roll up in here real quick and see what they have. So I got a total of 13 comic books, and I think I spent maybe $17. Most of them were $1 a piece, and then they had some that I paid $4 or $5 for. So the one that I really want to talk about, I'm going to show all of them, but the one that I am just super excited to talk about is this one. It's called Marvel America, and it features beautiful black girl magical superheroes. I am all for this. When I saw this, I was like, I have to get this. This came out May 3rd. Now, some of the comic books that they offer in this store are older comic books, but a lot of them are newer ones. I just want to put a disclaimer. Yes, I am super into comic books, but I never really made the step to go buy them and really get into them before, because I was kind of like afraid. I was kind of like, that's not what someone like me is supposed to be doing. So I just recently got into them, started doing research on them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm not necessarily familiar with all these issues. When people are like, do you have issue number 357 from 1960? This is the blah 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 edition. I'm getting there, and I will get there, but I do have a strong love for comic books. So I haven't even opened this one yet. I just looked at it, but I'm opening it now. And it is basically like your standard, almost like a magazine, and it just has all the comics in it. So this one features, the main character is America Chavez, and I love that it's not just, it's brown girl friendly. So I mean, like, they have every race in here. So there's America Chavez, like I said, there's Storm, and I want to say Storm's origin is from a village in Egypt, I believe, which, if you don't know where Egypt is, that's in Africa, so she black. Yeah, so there's Storm. There's also a character called, I think her name is Adrena. There's Imani, and so the one that I said was Adrena, her name is Exandria. And basically this is just basically beautiful women kicking bad guys' asses, and I love that. I love that it celebrates women. I love that it celebrates women of color, and I'm just all here for that. And in case you haven't realized, I haven't read it yet because I literally just opened it, so I'm basically just giving you a synopsis and just from my own words. But I really love this, and I feel like, so if we're going to compare these characters to their men counterparts, I would say America Chavez, of course, America, and what she has on. She is basically Captain America. I love that. And I love that Marvel celebrates women and, like I said, women of color. Like, I know they're doing one. Her name is, I can't remember her name. I think it's Riri. I'm not sure. But she's basically the new Iron Man, and she is also a woman of color. And they have a young girl who is basically a genius, and she's a scientist, and she is probably about 7 or 8, and she is also a little girl of color. And I am just here for all of it, and not even just women of color, just women in general, showing that we are just as strong, if not stronger at times, than men, than what we are up against. And I don't know, I just love it. But another one that I really am here for is the A-Force. And so basically this is like the female version of the Avengers, and I love it because the lead is She-Hulk. And if you guys have never seen She-Hulk, you are totally missing out. I remember I used to watch her. She didn't have very many episodes, but I did used to watch her and catch some of her episodes when I was younger, and I was just absolutely in love with the idea of a strong green woman. And I remember there was one episode where she met the Hulk and she kicked his ass, and I loved every bit of it. I was just like, oh my god, I can't even believe it. So this one features Medusa, She-Hulk, Singularity, Captain Marvel, who is a woman, Nico Minoru, and Dazzler. And if you are not, also, just so you know, DC Comics and Marvel they have a lot of the same characters, just with different names. So like, Marvel has a Flash basically, and then of course DC has the Flash. So there's a lot of the same characters. They just have different names. They also, like, I know Marvel has Deadpool, and then DC has, I cannot remember his name, but it's pretty much the same. And then there's Deadshot, and then there, you know what I mean? Like, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And also Marvel and DC have collaborated throughout the years to do a mashup and have their characters come together and work together or fight against each other. And I absolutely love that. I'm totally fangirling over that. The next one that I'm super excited to get into is Wolverine X-23, and basically this one tells about his daughter that no one knew he had. And I feel like this will go good with the movie that's coming out, which is just based on Wolverine and his past story. So I'm super excited about that. The next one that I have is Spider-Woman. Now, they didn't have a whole lot of shows on Spider-Woman back in the day, but they did have some, and I was very, very, very intrigued. I can't say it enough. I just love the idea of growing up and being a little girl who wanted to be a superhero at one point in my life. It made me feel like I could do anything, and so I'm totally feeling like I'm a 6-year-old girl again right now. The next one that I got is True Believers series X-Men, and I am all up and through and here for anything X-Men. I am absolutely in love. I have watched all the movies. I have researched all the characters and their ties to each other, their blood relation to each other, their marriage to each other, their hatred for each other. Like, I love X-Men. I can't get enough of it. So I'm excited about this one. The next one that I got is Marvel Ultimatum, and this one features the Fantastic Four. And if you look back here in the corner, Aquaman's old fine ass is up in there too. And I think that's the Silver Surfer. I'm not sure, but I think that's him too. So yeah. And this one is issue 1 of 5. And I don't see a year on it, but I'm thinking this one came out in 2016. So I'm not sure. It either came out this year or last year, but it is fairly new either way. So the next one is also Ultimatum, and it's by Marvel, if I didn't say before, and it's issue 2 of 5. And this features Iron Man, Thor, some beautiful Thor-looking female. It has Captain America, and it also has Black Panther, which I don't think that movie has dropped yet, but I know if it hasn't dropped yet, it's scheduled to be out later this year. And I think it might come out around the same time that the Justice League movie comes out. I'm so ready to see that movie. The freaking cast of that movie is an all-star cast. I'm so ready. And when I saw Black Panther in the last, what am I trying to say? Avengers movie. Well, actually, it was Captain America and Iron Man. It was the Civil War movie. And it was basically Captain America and Iron Man were like fighting, which broke my heart. But I saw Black Panther in that movie, and he really made his debut beautifully. I was so excited about that, so I cannot wait for that movie. The next one that I got is Marvel, and it pretty much features everyone. It has Wolverine in here. It has the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I cannot remember his name. And if you have not seen Guardian of the Galaxy, the first one, please go see that. I have yet to see 2, and I am ready to see it. I've heard that it's great, and some people have actually said that it's much better than the first one. So yeah, so it has Captain Marvel, which, like I said before, is the female. It has Captain America. This one actually looks scary because half of his face is a skeleton. So I'm really excited to see this. It has the Thor-looking woman. I will show you the picture when I'm done. It has Iron Man. It has Storm. It has Jean Grey, which is also called the Phoenix, and she is a part of X-Men. So here's the picture. Here's what it looks like. They are literally all fighting, so I'm excited. I feel like this is definitely going to be like a fight to the death type of comic book. I am. Woo, you guys, I'm so excited if you can't tell. I know I'm a little bit, scattered and all over the place, but that's just me. It's my personality. I'm excited. This is back to the Ultimatum series. This is issue 3 of 5, and this is featuring I think this one is the X-Men. Yeah. And another Ultimatum. This is 4 of 5. And in this one, there is Spider-Man. And see, that's what I love. I love whenever they take... You know what? Is that... Oh, this is Doctor Strange is in this one. And I've seen that movie too, and it was great. But what I was gonna say before was I love when they take superheroes who haven't met each other and they put them together. And that's one thing that I like about Marvel, is because their whole superhero universe is tied together. Somehow they are all each tied to each other. Like in Guardians of the Galaxy, they have the stones that there's 5 of them, all different colors, and if you watch the movies, the stones are always talked about. And so somebody in different, like in X-Men, what is his name? I can't remember his name, but he has one in his forehead. I'm sure I'm gonna go research and put the name of him in this video so you guys know and you guys can go look. But he has one of the stones in his forehead, and that's basically how he gets all his powers. It's Jarvis. Blah, 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 blah. So Iron Man has the intelligence system, who basically helps him keep his suits up to date, helps him with everything, and it's Jarvis. So there was this one like creature thing that infected Jarvis, tried to kill him. So basically Jarvis became this superhero, if that makes sense. Seriously, there's just so much, and this is never ending. So he has one of the stones in his head, and he's like amazing. He's a good guy, and he's very, very powerful. And then in Guardians of the Galaxy, they get a hold to, I think they have the purple stone, and then there's just so much. Like I said, it's never ending, and you guys just have to just read and do your research and just get to know all of it, because I could be here for hours explaining, and you guys would be like, please stop talking, because I will be all over the place. But yeah, so I just love when they bring all of them together. It just gives me butterflies. Okay, so this is issue 5 of 5 of the Ultimatum series, and this is X-Men. The next one is the Avengers. Like I said before, I love the Avengers, and this is basically just everybody. It's got even some of the women from the Black Panther's kingdom. I mean, just look at this. I got this one because I was very intrigued by its title, which is Dark Avenger. And I'm just like, what? Are they going to make the Avengers bad guys? The last one, I got this one because I am in love with Deadpool. I love his character. I love Ryan Reynolds, who plays him in the actual movie. And I thought this would be funny. This is the wedding of Deadpool. And you can see that anybody has showed up to his wedding. I'm sure this is going to be a hilarious comic, because Deadpool himself is literally one of the funniest of characters in the whole Marvel universe. Seriously, I'm so excited. Oh, and Wolverine is actually one of his. Okay, so I have to just say this. The raccoon from, I wish I could remember his name, but the raccoon from Guardian of the Galaxy, Captain America, and Wolverine is actually a part of his, what is it? It's not, I only know the bridesmaids, but it's like the men who stand behind the groom. Don't nobody care about them. But yeah, so they're up there at the altar with him right here. Yes, I'm so excited. So, oh, let me show you guys my pins. These pins up. They were 99 cents a piece, and these are the first 4 that I have to start on my jacket, and I can't get these 2 apart. So the first one is the Captain America shield. I'm so excited. That's probably my favorite one. Then I got this one of the Phoenix, or Jean Grey, from the X-Men. She is just absolutely badass. And this one of Gamora, because she's also like one of my favorite female characters. Okay. And then the last one is actually from Suicide Squad, which is DC. And this says Daddy's Little Monster. And of course, this is from Harley Quinn. Duh. So, I'm just so excited, you guys. I just can't wait. I can't wait to talk more about these. Yeah. Whew. So, take a breath, because I've just been rambling and talking. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down and continue to be a hater. Peace.